Alright, I think we're finally working. You know, the cool thing about your streams crashing all the time is every time it crashes, it ends up making like a new video. So that's pretty cool because they say that you need to make like 100 videos before you can start to be successful. So as my stream continues to just crash the hell out constantly, it just means that I'm getting closer to my goal of it not happening constantly. What a fun story. All right, well, after like 3 days of setting up lights and about 9 hours of trying to get my stream to work, and goodness gracious, we are finally at 1:43 in the morning, irresponsibly on a work night. We're finally back. Okay, well, at least feels good to know, like, okay, we're back. I got it working. My lights are set up. I think my audio is pretty good. I'm going to play at least a couple rounds so that I can analyze this. And then I'll be back at it. This is a process. Man, I'll tell you what, anybody who's a streamer, who actually has a following, who's actually good, anybody that you watch and is actually entertained, you literally need to respect their work ethic. Because it's so freaking hard. You know, I just want to play video games and stream and have fun. But it's always like one thing, you know, like one little thing that goes wrong. You're like, oh, where did, what? Where did my audio go? Interesting. Or you're like, oh, hey, like the other day, my camera just would not connect to my computer. This isn't complaining. This is just, I'd hope that somebody else who streams can relate. That's the part that people don't understand how much work it is. I've had family and friends that when they found out that I was streaming, they're like, oh, you know what? I'd actually like to do some streaming too. And I'm always like so hesitant to like, I always want to encourage people, you know, but like I'm so hesitant to encourage them too much because I do also know that in the end, it's gonna end up landing on me because they're not gonna have the technical fortitude to figure this stuff out because I'm putting so much time into it, and I'm struggling. What? I already did this tutorial, man. Come on. Search the shelter for medical items. See, I'm too busy talking. Didn't I already? Am I supposed to use it?
communication terminal active. Use it to interface with the colony systems.
System access granted. Welcome to New Casino.
I'm not gonna die. You're gonna die.
Attention, authorized welcome. You are trespassing in a military security zone. UESC security forces have been alerted to your activity. Exit the building immediately.
I recommend you not follow those orders. Stay calm. Your newly acquired systems access will allow you to navigate the colony. Search this structure for a way out.
I need a way out. Found it.
Look for a drain or vent cover and try to break it with your knife. Keep low, keep quiet. By syncing your systems with the colonies, we've secured you permanent access to all of New Cascadia. Know when to pick it out and when to make it
Oh crap.
all that matters now is staying alive. Another runner. Check the remains for weapons and supplies. We don't need them anymore.
I'll send it back to your family, son. Okay. Rant time. Look. There's so many. Oh. Okay. If you're inspired by a game, and it's obvious that you're inspired by a game, like extraction shooters, okay? Let's see. Is there an extraction shooter that came out recently that maybe it's. I know this game might have already been in development. There's other extraction shooters, okay? But we know that with Big Dog that was just out, okay? And that's Arc Raiders. I'm coming in for a little closer. Coming in a little closer for this because I'm getting passionate. If you're going to. I'm not going to say copy a game because did they copy Tarkov? Blah, blah, blah. Be different as much as you can. Except for the damn controls. Don't try to be different and make moving things to your backpack a different button. Let's do standard controls for most of these games, okay? Like, hey, I'll go into your world, I'll do your little thing, I'll use your guns and your ammos and all this little blah 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 blah. And I know that there's gotta be different dynamics, like, hey, maybe instead of crafting, you're kinda like, I don't know, buying I mean, whatever. I don't know. I haven't even gotten into this game yet. But what I'm saying is you're gonna copy a game, you're gonna enter a genre that's already been established. Please just follow the rules of controls, right? It's like, okay, for example, if I was going to make a first person shooter right now, right? I already know Call of Duty exists, I already know Battlefield exists, Battlefield, Battlefront, all these games, right? We can even go back to first person shooters just in general and say, like, okay, GoldenEye, right? Whatever. How do they shoot? Right? Right trigger. Don't be different and make shooting freaking left bumper. Okay? It's right trigger. Every game it's right trigger. Okay? Same thing with driving games. Okay? Don't make the throttle left stick forward, okay? Don't do that, okay? We all know that right triggers freaking accelerate, left triggers reverse. Okay. And especially because already, I remember when I played the beta of this game. In Arc Raiders, you press X, and it just goes, yeah, just grab it, move it to your backpack. In this game, it just drops it on the ground. Do you see where that's going to end up being an issue? Like, I don't. Am I mistaken? Is it really like that? Like, okay, you're grabbing stuff off the ground with X, which is fine. But, man. And a lot of times they'll just bury it in the settings, like, oh, maybe classic controls. Gotcha, okay. But you know what? Start with the freaking classic controls, bro. When we're playing new games, we're not trying to freaking start over from scratch, okay? We're not trying to like learn how to play damn video games. Let us join your world. Let us join your experience. We don't need all that nonsense, okay? A is jump. It should always be jump. You know what I'm saying? I know like this game I think it holds true. You know what? A is jump. A is jump. Okay, so in that way, that works out pretty good. I'm sorry, guys. But watch. Okay, move item. Left trigger. Okay, X is search, but now watch. You don't need to be doing all this. Yep. X is pick up and also drop. I literally am. Okay. I'm literally explaining how much I hate that they got that wrong. And the reason is becoming apparent as I'm playing, because as I'm literally explaining it, I'm still doing it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that makes me question if they even did any sort of testing, right? Am I an anomaly? Is everybody throwing their stuff on the ground? Is everybody just going into the backpack and throwing their stuff on the ground? I don't know. Like, okay. Yeah, you got me pressing A to pick up. And then when I'm outside of my backpack, A is making me jump around. You see? How about X opens things up? X grabs things, moves them to your backpack. Okay? Can we establish that? I just wish I was part of the beta test, you know? Because they would have been like, dude, you're doing it over and 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 over again. Maybe we can make change, you know? You make a difference for once in my life. Gonna feel real good. Oh, I already said that part.
I've located
Gonna
a
make
contact
it
exfil
right.
point near your location. Marking on your map. Exfil points are the only way to safely move solid matter off-world. That includes you. Scavenge the area for additional assets if you need them. But be careful. Die here, and you'll lose everything. Your prime ability is charged. Use it during combat to unleash a barrage on your enemies.
Alright, I'll do it. That feels good. That feels Halo-y. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not... I feel bad about getting so mad about the X button thing now. I'm not saying like the game's bad or whatever, but it's just like, guys, the obvious stuff, A always jump. Right trigger always drive. And I don't even know, I haven't played a ton of X-Fills, but
Calibrating your destination.
you could have done us a nice favor
Other side.
and been like, alright, everyone who's playing this probably like Arc Raiders too.
Forces converge.
Maybe. Maybe we should do some similarities for him, you know? This feels nice though. That little pop 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 with the colors, it kind of reminds me of like Cyberpunk or something. When you're using like an energy weapon. You know? I like how the skull pops up to indicate that they're dead. Watch. Nice. Little thing. See? That, have fun, you know? I'm a UI nerd too. It's like the way that the menus navigate and look are almost more important to me. I'm not going to say they're almost more important. They're more important to me than the story. Alright, if you have a good story, you know, like Red Dead Redemption was fantastic. Mass Effect was fantastic. If you have a good story, then hell yeah, you know?
Systems critical. As your shell's functions deteriorate, you will experience discomfort, fear, regret. There's nothing I can do to alleviate full body collapse. I will prepare a replacement shell for your next attempt at survival.
Also, if you do a beta, I get unlocks are unfair. Oh, this person bought the game, right? And so he gets things early or gets special things or whatever. I'm fine with that, taking away that progress. But if you release a beta, a test server, anything like that, please let it sink. I don't want to do tutorials twice. I don't want to do tutorials once most of the time. I did this tutorial already. I was having stream issues a second ago. And I literally had to restart like 12 freaking times. Not because of a challenge, just because of literal technical issues. Not the game's technical issues. Not the game's technical issues. My technical issues. I will say this. If I do not complete the tutorial this time, it'll be the worst $40 I ever spent because I will probably never touch this again.
Your perception matrix was damaged during transfer to the planet's surface. Your shell too.
Not making up excuses,
Search the area for repair supplies.
but bro, having ADHD and making me do tedious tasks when I'm not at work,
Use an item to repair your health or
I'll just play Diablo again.
depending on which is lower. Your
You
health
know?
and shields restore separately.
I'll just go brain dead and just kill demons. I also feel like such a baby right now.
Authorization terminal active.
Oh yeah, you gotta do the tutorial twice. Oh yeah, X button. Shut up, me.
System access granted. Welcome to New Cascadia.
You are trespassing in a military security zone. UESC security forces have been alerted to your activity. Exit the building immediately.
I recommend you not follow those orders. Stay calm. Your newly acquired systems access will allow you to navigate the colony. Search this structure for a way out.
I spilled Mountain Dew on my computer earlier, and let's just say I used to stream in 1080p.
Look for a drain or
Now
vent
it's
cover and try to break it with your knife.
got diabetes or something from all that sugar that it just took to the speaker, and now it doesn't. It's having trouble keeping up physically. Not that that's always the case.
Keep low, keep quiet.
I know a
By
diabetic that
thinking
will whoop my
your
ass in golf
colonies,
every time we
secured
play.
you permanent access to all of New Cascadia. Know when to pick a fight and when to make an exit. All that matters now is staying alive.
Staying alive. Okay. This isn't a complaint, this is just an observation, but that last match. This is because I didn't have a lot of health, right? Because I feel like that dude hit me like, I don't know if that was like a real person. It's a tutorial, right? So it's got to be a, as we used to say in the 90s, a computer. Remember that? I'm playing against the computer. When we were kids, we had the computer. That's who we played against. And now as adults, we have the system. I love how at every job that I go to, everybody's got, I gotta check the system.
Believes Tau Ceti and
Like that would be like a good like
belongs to them.
wrestling faction or something.
You'll need a weapon.
What does that mean? I'm running out of water? Am I dehydrated? Alright guys, I'm pressing A now. I got it figured out. I don't suspect that I'll be playing Arc Raiders too much. Going forward, regardless of how this game is. I mean, I'm sure I'll pick it up every once in a while, but I don't know. Once they made the wolf packs more expensive in Arc Raiders, I was just like, okay. Like, I finally got, like, some sort of system down where I'm like, you know what? I can make something sort of powerful. You know what? I can actually, like, take out some bad guys. You know what? No, I can't. If you guys were ever wondering what it's like to live with ADD, you see that little blue thing down there? It's called the objective, alright? It's that thing that just ran around for the last 2 minutes. I didn't even realize I was doing it. But I was. You're gonna give fall damage. Bungie. Bungie. You're Bungie, bro. I don't have the access key. Come on now. How sweet would it be if it just opened? You know, like before the internet, like they could do things like that. They were just like, wow, let's introduce a cool little Easter egg or a secret. Then you could play and you could discover that secret or that Easter egg. Now I feel like you're just on like TikTok and you're just scrolling. Someone's like, "Hey, you want to see the fastest way to Easter egg?" Which I'm not hating those videos because sometimes they make the games a little more engaging when you want to get through a part of the game that you don't care for. But that sense of like, oh, I discovered something myself in a video game, I think is less existent for sure. They're back in my day. Back in my day, I was playing Sega Genesis, dude. Sonic the Hedgehog. Now everything's about DLC. Sonic the Hedgehog had no DLC. Well, before DLC, people had Game Sharks or Game Genies. Remember those things? You could put in like a 16-digit code that you can find in a magazine. You guys know what magazines are? Yep. And then you would get special things. And what made me think about that was specifically Sonic the Hedgehog. Getting supersonic. Oh, dude. I saw the first Sonic movie. Did not see their most recent ones. I hope Supersonic makes it in there. Oh.
Another runner. Check the remains for weapons and supplies. They don't need them anymore. I've located an active exfiltration point near your location. Marking it on your map. Exfil points are the only way to safely move solid matter off-world. That includes you. Scavenge the area for additional assets if you need them. But be careful. Die here, and you'll lose everything.
I don't know what's important and what's not at this point, so... Hmm. 66 firepower versus... Y'all used to say verse when you were a kid. I feel like that was like the kid version of everybody saying height. Did you guys know that? Did you know that there's no H on the end of height? But everybody still just says it? Why do we do that? Right? I'm saying I'm better than anybody. Definitely not saying that. But that is one of those things that makes me laugh. Because it's like everybody does it. What was the height of it? Didn't have it. I don't think anything's ever had height before. Not yet. Seems borderline pretentious to make fun of the way that people communicate. Like, that's what you're gonna have to make yourself seem cooler than everybody else. That you talk better. That you talk more good. Dang it. They should probably use a different color because everything in this game is that color. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm gonna hurt you. Gotta get that boy going. I don't want to be messing around here forever. Probably shouldn't waste grenades in a game where you gotta find everything. That might come back to bite me. Are you fucking kidding me?
As your shell's functions deteriorate, you experience discomfort, fear, regret. Your tactical ability is ready. Use it to deploy a personal shield.
Oh. Yeah. Let me help you out. At the cost of your inventory? Keep it. I never want to do that. I don't even like cussing. If you go back to old videos and old streams, I make this point too often. The video games make me say bad words. You know, be a good person and be on the path to righteousness. And then I get shot in the back by a robot and it pisses me off, dude. I feel like I lost. I'm like, you left everything. Look, to start the game, you were supposed to come up with some coins or something, but unfortunately, I did not pass this version's tutorial.
Fear is a... We are the danger.
Take it. The past is a shadow. This is our time.
I don't know if Bungie tricked me, but when I played the test run or whatever, those robots, the concept of doing a tutorial twice was literally laughable. And I guess it still kind of is. I am running off of like 4 hours of sleep in the past 5 days trying to get my stream running. So I'm sitting here with gnomes. Oh man. I just keep staying up late trying to get this stuff running. You know, I also wanted to go, hold on. I wanted to go full screen in between games. Do that kind of, oh,
Warning. Localized threats
wrong button.
detected. Risk assessment advised.
Hello, friend. Does anybody have a wolf pack? Just kidding. Wrong game. It looked like he got down there in a very ungraceful and quite dangerous manner. Oh, hell no. I'll take that. Mm-hmm. Bloop. Hack the database. Hack the database now. Wipe out all these robots with a virus. Yo. I'll take it. I'll take that. Take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it, take it. I'm a math whiz. I'm a math whiz. If you have kids, you understand. Just have kid songs on repeat, both in my vehicle and in my brain, all the time. Especially like Moana. Oh man. Sometimes like when my kids go back to their mom's house. I mean, I miss them either way, but like, I really sometimes can't wait for them to get back so that we can listen to Moana together. I ain't about to just listen to it by myself. That's just, I can't do that. Leave it special, you know? I would like to swap. Can I just consume it? More actions. Use it. Oh, I think I just...
Check it out.
Yo! LMG. What did they say?
20 minutes remaining.
Borrowed item? What the hell is that? Someone needs to explain this to me now. It will be returned to crew member upon exfil? Who?
Shield's gone.
So I'm just a pack mule? I'm gonna carry your stuff for you and then you're gonna take it back? Nah, dude. Come get your own gun, homie. Ooh.
Compromised. Systems critical.
I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. Am I upset that I just got killed? Yes. I'm not gonna complain about it. The whole point of a game is sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, right? It's this anyways. You know what? I'm leaving my crew. Oh, they already left. Now I feel less cool because I didn't get to do it. We got something to figure out here. Watch this. I can push a button and then all of a sudden. That kind of cool? It's me. It's me. Okay. Bite him, bite him, burn him, and you cannot share with your friends in marathon. Okay. You know how sometimes when you get tired, you just get cranky? I don't know that I'm normally this cranky of a gamer, but I felt like I was being like tough, or I was like stick on my chest like Superman. But then I just realized I felt like a little toddler. I'm like, how rude. Listen, Bungie. Come on. Why can't you share borrowed items? Why can't you give items away? They say they don't want it to lead to people selling their items or creating some sort of currency, in-game currency issue. Listen, I can give away my things in real life. You know, if I find something sweet, I can just give it away. If I can just give it away, it means that either I don't want it or I want them to have it more. Why can't that also apply in this video game? Here's my gun. Take it. Or, you know what? I already have 2 of these. I'm going to drop that for you. Do you have anything to drop me? Oh. Okay. Now I have to wonder. Like, is that only for your crew? Remember that little caption said, this is going to get returned to your crew member upon exfil. What about random encounters? Because I can legitimately say that some of the funnest experiences, most fulfilling, most entertaining, all of those in like Arc Raiders was related to sharing. You know, when you walk up to a stranger in Arc Raiders and you're like, okay, are we going to fight to the death? Or, and then they just drop a blueprint for you and you're just like, bro. You know, like it does something inside of you. You know, it moves you. That's fucking greedy. You know what I'm saying? That's my problem. That's my problem. Why? Give me a reason why. Because then what? You can't sell it? If you have 2 of something that you found and it's actually valuable, then we should be able to do what we want with it. We should be able to exchange that for something else that's valuable based on our own expectations or based on what people would like to pay for it. A nice open market. But I know exactly why they did that. They did it because what they want to do is they want to send you to a freaking store to buy it. Not an actual store, obviously. But inside of their own DLC or their own game store, right? Because if you have 2 of something and then you sell it, now you can take that money and buy something else with it. What's the I can't even. I'm like trying to even come up with. I'm like, yeah. Well, hold on. I understand. I can't. Like, I'm having trouble here. It's one of those things too, where like they'll make little changes. A company will decide just out on a whim to make some sort of change that ends up impacting their industry. Like a good example of that would be like Apple, right? Apple used to sell iPhones with chargers, headphones, stickers. You know, they were the company. Here's the thing. They were the company that made unboxing cool, right? Like they literally were the company that was like did that before. Just like, okay, you got something. Like you would rip the box and just take the thing that you needed out of it. Don't even look at the instructions or anything else that came with it. But society had changed to more nuanced and, you know, oh wow, okay. It's an experience. What's in here? Oh, stickers. Oh man, this box is so nice. Oh my gosh, bro. The box is so nice. I had to ban a freaking bot, dude. And now it made me accidentally delete my chat. I'm not trying to complain. All right. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Apple. Yeah, so they had nice boxes, headphones, chargers, all that stuff. And it made it an experience, right? When you bought something that was Apple, you knew when you were opening it, like the experience and the benefit and the dopamine hit that you get does not start at using the product. It, you know, putting the product that you bought into use. It's literally from the time that you're tearing the sticker. It's like an experience. But then, like every corporation, they do something for green reasons, right? Yeah, okay. So they stop including the little power banks. Okay. Some of these lights that I bought here, little like these little like tower ones like over here. I bought these and they came in like a pack of 3. And I bought 2 packs. So that was, and they also came with like those little like strip lights, 2 strip lights. So 2 strip lights and 6 light little tower deals. So that would be 8 total items, right? Not a single one of those had a freaking power block in it. You know, for the way that Apple ended up changing the world in the most positive freaking way, where, like, I don't think people realize, like, if you weren't experienced with the iPhone, if you were alive before the iPhone, but if you were, you know exactly what I'm talking about, man. First time you use an iPhone, you're like, ooh, this is different, dude. Like, I can touch I can touch applications. I could have haptic feedback on applications. It was so freaking cool, dude. And between like that and the iPad, right? And again, some would probably argue that the introduction of iPads, especially to young children, might not have been the best idea. I can personally say that, my 8-year-old got grounded off of his iPad for bad behavior in school. And I feel like once he got grounded off of his iPad, his behavior got better. Not to get it back, because I just never did. It was just like a thing where I was like, I kind of gave him a couple warnings. I said, if you keep acting like this, I'm gonna take away your iPad for good. And then he continued to misbehave. And so, if you know, if you give in, then they won't believe you the next time. So I was like, okay, And again, I did have, I didn't throw it in the garbage or sell it. Like eventually, especially over the summer, I'll probably get it back. But like as soon as he got off the iPad, it's like instead of him running to running to the iPad all the time, and it was like he wants to participate with other people, and like, yeah, it's crazy how like when you get obsessed with something, and iPads are one of those things where he likes, which I can understand completely. He likes to play Minecraft, right? So it's like a game that he really likes and enjoys, which is cool. I'm also hoping that we have some extra Xboxes in the house. I'm really hoping that he's like, well, you grounded me off the iPad. Can I play the Xbox? You got to take this game to the next level, son. Like, touchpad gaming is halfway. But anyways, so he got grounded off his iPad, and then my other son, he just kind of stopped asking for it. I didn't ground like necessarily say, like ground them off of it, but I just kind of like kept it out of sight. And like both of the kids, instead of like again like having it on their mind, they're like, oh, I gotta my next thing, I gotta get to the iPad, I gotta do, you know. Or even like with my 8-year-old, I'd be like trying to talk to him, and he would just like you could tell he's just like disengaged. He's like, yeah, yeah, okay. Or if I asked him to do something, he'd be like, he would do it, but it was like always fast, dangerous, because he was just like, I gotta hurry up and get back to my iPad right now, you know. And I feel like life slowed down a little bit, and he's starting to get a little bit more control of his emotions and stuff. So that's a good thing. But you know, that's a long way about saying that. Hey, Apple did create some really good things. They really changed the world in a positive way. But damn, bro, you can do a lot of good, but you also screwed up the power bricks. Could you imagine back in the day? Okay, these electronics that come with power bricks have become some of the most essential pieces of electronics that we use. We're talking about a cell phone. Is there another electronic? I don't know. If you have a freaking pacemaker, you know, maybe you would use that more because it's literally in your body. But besides that, like a phone is like the gateway to the electronic world, right? You know, so oh man, I don't even know where I was going with that. I do know where I was going with that. A phone is the gateway to the world, to an electronic world, and now you get it without power. Okay, and what I'm trying to do is do comparisons, right? Because like this is an essential technology for us now. Okay, it's pretty essential for us. Could you imagine back in like the 1970s if they sold you a vacuum without a damn power plug? Could you imagine that? Like if you went and you're like, and you got in your freaking your big ass car, your big ass car with your 9 kids, and you go down to Sears and you buy yourselves a vacuum, and then you get home and you're like, ah, dang it, and it doesn't have a freaking power cord. But then it's also like, you know, now Apple's getting so bad. It's like now it's not only do they not have like power cords, it's like your vacuum not even having a vacuum bag. It's like, well, this is the shell. You know, you can buy the full package, the premium package that comes with a power cord, right? You're like, jeez, dude. Then you go on Apple's website, and you know, my son was telling me today that like the chargers on the website are like $40 or something. Like, you're gonna charge me $40 for a charger? Hell no, dude. I'm gonna go on Amazon. Like, why are you even making that? Like, that's such a niche thing, right? If you're paying $40, if you're paying $40 for an Apple branded charger on Apple.com, send me an email. Find my email address. I'm not gonna read it right now. Find my email address and send me an email. And then I'm gonna meet you in a public space, and I'm going to publicly make fun of you. Or, better yet, may I borrow some money? Because I feel like that's one of those things that, you know, to me, it's like if you're paying $40 for an Apple charger, like, you better have your life together in such a significant way. Like, you know, like, is that like the techies version of like having like a Louis Vuitton bag or something? You're like, oh, check out this. And it used to come with the damn phone. Just like when video games used to come with all the characters. Which, you know, I get it as well. It's like back in the day, you'd play a game. Sometimes you even rent it from a thing called a video store. And you'd play this game for a couple days, and then you're like, okay, I will never play you again, or at least until I'm in my like 30s or 40s and I'm playing retro games on a computer. But for the most part, I'm not going to play you ever again, right? It's done. Experience complete. But now, if you're into something, like I like Diablo a lot. I like Diablo a lot. It's really fun. And it feels good to play. Where back in the day, it would have been like, oh, that was cool. You know, maybe in a year or two, they'll make Diablo 2. Now they just do DLC. They're like, again, characters kind of suck, right? I mean, I get it too because someone's making those. So if you got somebody sitting in an office or whatever, or working from home and they're making armor, you know, after the games come out. Now, before the games come out, well, you're just like, yeah, dude, like that's what I'm buying, right? But after you've paid the money for a product and somebody wants to offer you more to add on top of your product, that's fine. But to resist and give less, right? To be like, hey, hold on a second. Like, I know you're about to put that character in the game, but like, why don't you hold off on that? We can sell it as DLC in 3 months. You can say you're doing it for the sake of the quality control, right? Like, no, we don't want to rush things. Or you want to make $20. That's crazy. Some of the DLC like skins are $20 or $10. There's some like I think I saw there were some like Warcraft skins or something that were like hundreds. I'm like, what the dude? Like, how can the skin of a game character cost more than the console to play the character on? That is ridiculous, dude. Especially when you do it like, isn't Warcraft like a pay to play or a pay game, right? Isn't that a subscription based? Like, okay, cool. I just bought a $200 armor, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'd like to pause my subscription for a couple months. You better mail me that armor. You better mail it to me. I'm gonna wear it. I bought it. I want it. Instead of just like, nope, cool, you bought it. You ain't subscribed to wear it. Dang. That's how things are with digital too. You buy a movie on Apple TV, you can just take the movie down or edit it because times change and opinions change, and they're like, that's offensive now. Take it down. It's a weird world. And it's also 3 a.m. So thanks to everybody who's going to watch this retroactively. No, can't make a banner. No, I don't want to pay for viewers. I gotta find my audience, people. I gotta find my audience, okay? I know, like, you're probably looking at this and you're like, yo, ain't much going on. It takes so much to figure this out. Like, I've done videography my whole life. So I get the concept of, like, having nice lighting and having good sound, but applying that to, like, okay, how do I get good sound out of a freaking Xbox going into an interface here? Or a capture card. Oh, or does like so many things have sent me down the road when I've been streaming that are like the things I thought that were going to be like a little couple minute sort of things. Like, oh yeah, I'll get that Elgato chat link thing or whatever. Yeah, no problem. It's a $20 cord or whatever. And then I'm like rearranging my whole desk and like unplugging and plugging, and then like got those little strip things, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna secure everything in, get all so tight. I'm not doing any changes. Everything, lock it down. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need that cord that I secured. Or I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take this out to a a family member's house, or oh, I just bought a new this. Oh, or I'm literally like moving like my desk into different rooms, changing. Oh, I'm gonna move my desk left and right, and what you know. I'm gonna try to do something. I don't know if this is gonna work right, and probably no one's gonna see it either. But I'm doing it anyways. Oops, oops. I better do. Dang, that's what. Oh yeah. I'm just messing up my stream. That's what I look like from my FaceTime camera. Gitu ya. Gitu. Already using the continuity camera somehow. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Skip. I was gonna show you the inside of my little area over here. But anyways, yeah. You can just tell by the backgrounds in my streams from like, oh, there he goes. He's moving stuff again. Here he goes, moving stuff around. And then you kind of feel like a crazy person when you're like, okay, this is a work night. And I've moved my desk from this wall to that wall 3 different times. But then I sit down and I put my tripod up and I'm like, no, that's not a good angle. There's no depth, there's no color. Okay, cool, let me move it back. And then you're like, you know what? Well, now that I'm facing this way, if I only made a small little minor adjustment here, then, this could actually turn out pretty good. And then you're like, oh, wait a second. Maybe I should try it this way. And then maybe I should try it this way. And then it's 2 in the morning and you're like, I didn't even play any games. Like I'm a video game streamer. It's been 4 days since I even played a game and like a week since I made a video because I'm trying to get my audio right, and trying to get my lights right, and trying to get this right, and trying to get that right. It's so much freaking fun. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. It's hard, but it's fun. All right. VOD. It's going to go in a vault somewhere. It's going to go in a vault in 6 years from now. My biggest fan is going to be scrolling through the very bottom. Like how he's going to scroll all the way to the very bottom of YouTube. I think Twitch deletes theirs after like 90 days or something. We'll just say YouTube. Go all the way to the very bottom of YouTube to find videos here of me fingering a camera lens. Tired as shit. Experimenting with lights over and over again And they'll probably see the 6 videos before too that just kept getting canceled because my stream kept crashing. I don't know if it's the Mountain Dew that I spilled on my computer. That might have done it. Is it worth like a little used $300 Mac Mini eventually here? Is that it? I'm also on Wi-Fi. I had to move. When I moved my computer at one point, I moved away from my hardwired internet. So I got to run internet in here. And then maybe my encoding will be a little bit quicker. But, you know, you can just control what you can control. I'm just going to try to make it look nice. I'm going to try to make it sound nice. I'm going to try to be a friendly face and have a friendly attitude to all of these bots that want to come in and sell me some damn graphic designs. And I'll be back tomorrow to get designs sold to me. I'm going to save all my settings. And hopefully it'll all just be the same. I'm not going to touch it. But hopefully it'll all just be the same for tomorrow. And I can just, after the kids go to bed, just jump on and start playing some video games. If not, then I'll see you guys tomorrow at like 3 in the morning too.